Hi, I'm Sock Marionette, doing business as Bargain Counter Argument. I'm a middle-aged lady in a tiara, talking about books and celebrating Vlogmas. It is Vlogmas Day 7, Sunday, December 7th. It's kind of a chilly and overcast day here in New England. It's a great day to get stuff done, and today I'm getting stuff done in the house, much as I did yesterday. Yeah, let's see. Oh, yesterday I forgot to mention that the earworm of the day, I was sticking with Simon and Garfunkel. So yesterday it was The Boxer, and it never really got supplanted. So this morning when I woke up, the song that was going through my head was Man-Child by Sabrina Carpenter. I'm waiting to see if I wake up with a Christmas song playing in my head, but that hasn't happened yet, but maybe it will. I thought it would this morning because yesterday while I was doing all the decorating, I was listening to Nat King Cole Christmas songs, but it was great, but it didn't end up getting stuck in my brain. Anyway, so today I'm having a nice soft day. It's a little after noon, like literally like 20 minutes past noon. And this is something I've been meaning to do for a while, and I just haven't gotten around to it. And that is, I have this gold cart that I put it, when I go to bed at night, I put it at the foot of my bed with a TV on top of it, and I just play like a little soothing, relaxing video essay or a movie or something like that while I drift off to sleep. I have some B-roll that I recorded so that you could see that context, and I will put it here. Okay, here's the context B-roll. That's what it looks like. And on the cart right now, the top shelf is the TV, obviously. The middle shelf is the Seven Sisters series by Lucinda Riley, and the bottom shelf is Nora Roberts. And then there's some books stacked off to the side that are Christmas, and I want that cart to all be Christmas stuff and maybe some additional decorations. So that's what I'm starting with. And we're back. So the goal today is to get those books that I talked about off the cart for now and put the Christmas books on. And what it is I have the Seven Sisters series by Lucinda Riley. This is a series of, there's 7 main books by Lucinda Riley that have sister in the title. Seven Sister, Storm Sister, Shadow Sister, and so on. And then there's an 8th book that Lucinda Riley had started and made a lot of notes for before her untimely passing, and her son completed the work for her. It's about 7 women who were adopted by a mysterious billionaire named Pa Salt. That's P-A, Pa like dad. And so each book is about a different one of these sisters after their father dies, and he kind of leaves them some information about their birth families. So each one of these sisters goes on a quest to find her biological family and origins. And then the 8th book that Harry Whitaker, Lucinda Riley's son, completed was about Pa Salt himself. I've been wanting to read these for a while, and I have all of them now, but I'm not going to read them before the new year. I'm potentially doing a buddy read of these with somebody who has a seasonal job, and she's not going to be in any position to do much in the way of reading at all until January at the earliest. So I think I'm going to take those off the cart. And then the bottom shelf has Nora Roberts books that I own. Lee of Dark Roots Creations was doing like a Nora November challenge where the idea was you read books by Nora Roberts, 1 book, many books, however many. And then to make it a little more fun, you also did something the characters in the books did during Nora November. Like you read a book and, you know, they go for a walk in the woods, so you go for a walk in the woods. Or, you know, they go out and pick up some Chinese takeout, so you pick up Chinese takeout. They order, you know, stuff like that. I mean, you didn't really have to go so far as to get involved in a murder investigation and fall in love in the process. I mean, I suppose you could do that if you really wanted to have an immersive experience. But I ended up reading only 4 books because most of November I was spending like messing around with reorganizing my books. And then after reorganizing books all day, I really didn't feel like reading them. I don't know what that was all about. I'm going to set those aside because I want this to be my Christmas cart. Now, I had some Christmas books that I put back up in the attic in January. And I've also picked up more Christmas books at library sales and so on through the year. So I just kind of just pushed all of those aside. So I really honestly don't know what's in here. With these, I have no idea how many of these I'll actually get to because I also have something like 19 books out from the library right now that I want to read and then have to go back to the library. So there's some pressure there. One book I know for sure I'm going to read is Holiday by Gaslight. It's a novella by Mimi Matthews. And this is the pick for the Tea and Biscuits book club, with Tara and B. Tara Talks Books and Mama Needs to Read Romance. And so this is the one that was selected. So definitely going to be reading that one. A lot of mass markets and some category romances. I'm really not sure how it's going to go, how many of these, I can fit onto the cart, but we'll find out. Let's see. I have by Piper Rain, Cause and Effect. Two strangers who couldn't be more opposite find themselves on an unexpected cross-country road trip days before Christmas when whatever can go wrong does. So this is not super long. This is 254 pages, but the print's kind of smallish. So that's not very long. This is Three Holiday Romances by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Miracle. Let It Snow. So those are nice and individually. The whole book is 350 pages long, so individually they're relatively short. Talk Santa to Me by Linda Urban. I think this might be YA, and she works at the holiday shop and Santa school, and her next door neighbor runs a tree farm. And again, I think these are like her family runs the shop, and her next door neighbor's family runs the tree farm, and she kind of wants to get together with him. It's not very long. It's a little under 300. Holiday by Monica Murphy. Candace Gaines loves Christmas. Not only does she bask in the twinkling lights, sing Christmas carols, and go crazy with the decorations, she's also in the giving spirit, donating much of her time and wealth to various charities in the local area. Charlie Sullivan despises Christmas, though it keeps his family afloat, considering they own Sullivan Family Christmas Tree Farm, the main provider for Christmas trees on the Monterey Peninsula. Ooh, I love that location. He'd much rather work among the trees versus having to deal with people. And this is also just 260 pages. A Yuletide Kiss is an anthology with novellas by Madeline Hunter, Sabrina Jeffries, and Mary Jo Putney. I love that cover. That is just so gorgeous. And the book as a whole is 360 pages long, so awkward edit for a coughing fit. Relatively short. Let's see. This one has a price sticker on it I need to remove. One of my buddies gave me some undue solvent for my birthday, so I'll be able to do that easily. Christmas Sweater Weather by Jacqueline Snow. Christmas is both naughty and nice when a single dad and his best friend's sister celebrate with some secret romance and festive fun. This is a standard length. It's about 360 pages, standard length for a contemporary trade paperback. This funny, charming, and heartwarming new Christmas novel is USA Today bestselling author Sarah Morgan at her festive best. Mistletoe Christmas, an anthology with novellas by Eloisa James, Christy Caldwell, Jana McGregor, and Erica Ridley. Nice. So that's going to be historical. This is also historical. The rest are everything else. Oh, and this Holiday by Gaslight, in case you couldn't tell. Those are all historicals. Everything else I've talked about so far is contemporary. 25 Days Till Christmas by Poppy Alexander. I'm going to be treating this like an Advent book, except that it's already the 7th and I haven't started it yet. It takes place in the UK, and yeah. It's got kind of an Advent theme, like 25 Days Till Christmas. And speaking of Advent books, I have Heart for Christmas, which is the one where you actually cut the pages, you open it and read each chapter, read a chapter a day. I haven't started it again because I've been busy doing other things. It's a YA about a heart transplant recipient, and I've heard that the representation isn't necessarily the greatest, so I'll give it a shot, but I am aware that maybe the way she writes about transplant recipients and how they feel about being transplant recipients and how they, process their feelings might not be universally representative. Slight interruption there to get some footage off of my phone and onto my laptop for editing and give myself some more space to work with. And also I realized I had forgotten a couple of books, and let's see, as I've already talked about, and that is I've started haunting Marshalls and TJ Maxx, more than usual, because they're now carrying a limited selection of novels. They used to always have like coffee table books and fancy cookbooks and stuff. Now they have some novels as well. And I found, a couple of weeks ago, I found the newest release from Megan Quinn, Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal, at a Marshall's for, this came out in October of 2025, so just a few weeks ago. I found it for like $10. And then I was at a TJ Maxx the other day and I found this new book by B.K. Borison, Good Spirits, Straight Edge, for $10. And then this is a sequel, and I don't think you need to actually read them. I think they're both on Kindle Unlimited, but I do like to read books, hard copies when I can. I think they're interconnected standalones. I don't think you have to read one to read the other, but it was only like $7 for the hard copy, so I went ahead and took the plunge. So I have those as well. I have two hardcovers, and these are category romance reissues. First Impressions by Nora Roberts, which I love that cover. That's so pretty, which is from the 80s, I think. This is actually two books by Diana Palmer. It's called Christmas on the Range. This is issued by Harlequin. It's two books, Winter Roses and Cattleman's Choice. Winter Roses is from the reissue was in 2015. Winter Roses is from 2007. Cattleman's Choice is actually from 1985. So yeah, I was in high school a long time ago. Okay, so different world, very much so. Everything else is basically mass market paperbacks or max paperbacks. So I have a couple, I have some categories. I have some Harlequin Presents, including some relatively recent ones with the new cover design. I think these are actually from last year. Yeah, November of 2024. And these are the ones I always, whenever I see them, a certain song goes through my head. Maybe it will be my new earworm, because my buddy Kristen of the Never Ending TBR in Kristen's Corner, she thinks the new Harlequin Presents covers give her Dancing with the Stars vibe. So, da 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 da. Okay. So we have Italian's Christmas Acquisition and Greek's Christmas Heir. So we have The Virgin Billionaire's Secret Baby. One day I will write that book. Moonlight, Menorahs, and Mistletoe. So it looks like we have a multi-faith winter holiday book. The Christmas She Married the Playboy. Oh, that one's by, these are by, I didn't say who they're by. Millie Adams. I had a grandmother named Millie, and Caitlin Cruz. And then this one is by Wendy Warren. And let's see, The Christmas She Married the Playboy is by Louise Fuller. These covers are just like really bringing the Christmas. I don't know if this is Christmas. Yeah, this is Christmas. Snowbound at the Manor. It's a larger print, and it is by Ellen Darkins. And it is actually, it's Harlequin Romance rather than Presents. And also Harlequin Romance, His Princess by Christmas by Teresa Bahari, also larger prints. This is also a romance. Stolen Kiss with Her Billionaire Boss. Yeah, she's feeling Christmas. Back to Harlequin Presents by Susan Stevens, One Scandalous Christmas Eve, Scandalous and Glamorous. Harlequin Romance, Snowbound with Her Hero by Rebecca Winters. Harlequin Historical, A Sprinkling of Christmas Magic, which is 3 stories by Elizabeth Rolls, Bronwyn Scott, and Margaret McPhee. I don't know if this is Christmas specifically or winter, but this is an old school Harlequin Presents from 1986 called The Winter Heart by Lillian Cheatham, and it is Harlequin Presents number 888. So, very round number, the roundest of numbers, until you get up to 8,888. Here's Christmas Harlequin Romance, Fairy Tale Christmas with the Millionaire by Jennifer Fay. This is a book I've already read, and I just like the opportunity to have my own copy of Merry Little Meat Cute, which is a collaboration between Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. And then by Rayanne Thane, it's 2 novels by Rayanne Thane. Snowden at the Ranch is the collective title, and it is, one of them is Snowden at the Ranch, and the other is A Kiss on Crimson Ranch. And then here we go, we have a Seven Sisters novel by Christine Feehan. I've read a couple of those and enjoyed them, and this one's The Twilight Before Christmas. And this is relatively short, just under 300 pages. And let's see, I think everything else is historical. Oh wait, this is an anthology that is not historical. The Night Before Christmas. And this is about 350 pages, and it's got stories by Erin McCarthy, Jill Shalvis, Kathy Love, Catherine Garbera, and Kylie Adams. Gift of Love, with stories by Judith McNaught. This is what it looks like. Stories by Judith McNaught, Jude Devereaux, Kimberly Cates, Andrea Kane, and Judith O'Brien. And they look to be about 80 to 100 pages each. Snowy Night with a Stranger. This is 3 by Jane Feather, Sabrina Jeffries, and Julia London. And then one more historical, and that is A Season of Miracles by Heather Graham. I think this is historical. Oh, no, it's not. It's like a reincarnation or time travel kind of thing. So that's what I'm working with, and I'm going to try to get those onto that cart, and I will update you when I'm done. Oops. Okay, so it is almost 5 o'clock, and I had a little bit of a headache, which is fine now, and I had a little bit of a nap, and I really don't feel like being on camera, so I'm going to conclude just by showing you the cart as it is now. I did get the fake poinsettia and some garland down from the attic. I'm probably going to do more with this cart in terms of styling it. I just threw a couple of candles on there, and I think I'm going to make it cuter. I mean, it's plenty cute now, but I think I'm going to put some other stuff on there. But, you know, not today. I have a couple of other things I want to do around the house that don't need to be vlogged. So I'm just going to let it sit for now, and that'll do it. Thank you for your attention. If you like what you see, please comment, like, share, subscribe, or don't. I'm not the boss of you. And I hope you have a good day or night.